Oke. Halo teman-teman masih belajar. Kayaknya Kak Aziza mau on cam nih Kak, boleh? Oke, aku mulai aja ya. Hai Kak. Ya, aku mulai aja ya. Teman-teman udah mulai jam 9 soalnya. Selamat datang di kelas IELTS online sesi 4 hari ini, pagi ini. Perkenalkan, aku Hesti dari Sun Education Lampung. Dan di sini ada pemateri kita, Mr. Eko. Mr. Eko adalah salah satu trainer IELTS kami di Sun Education Lampung. Mr. Eko, time is yours.
Thank you, Miss Hesti. Is my voice clear? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yep, clearly.
Great. Good morning and thank you for attending today's session. This morning, we're going to learn, practice, and discuss the speaking section. I'm going to share my screen. So our speaking section is the last module in IELTS. It's a one-on-one talk, which means you will talk with an interviewer, and the interviewer most of the time is someone from other country. Most of the time. So is it possible that you get an interviewer who is an Indonesian? It is possible. But most of the time, you will meet foreigners. This foreigner will come from perhaps United Kingdom, United States, Australia, or South Africa. Mostly from countries which native language is English. Each participant is given 10 to 15 minutes of interview session. And the questions are based on modules. Questions are not based on the personal interest of the interviewer. So if you think it's personal, actually it's nothing personal. The interviewer is only reading the questions from the module. The speaking section in IELTS consists of 3 parts. The first part is an interview. The interview will be about you, of course, your personal identity, your name, your place of origin, your hobby, your family. And then after that, there will be specific topic. The specific topic could be about friendship, history, historical events, or any possible topic. So be ready for the unexpected. Once you're done with part 1, the interviewer will continue with part 2. In part 2, the interviewer will give you a topic. Yes, you may read the topic, and then you'll be given 1 minute to prepare the talk. And after that, you have to deliver a 2 minutes presentation. In this presentation, you are allowed to read the questions on the module, and you are also allowed to read your notes, the notes that you have written before. And after 2 minutes, the interviewer will stop you. And part 3 will be another interview. This second interview will have questions based on the topic of the presentation in the previous mini presentation. So if the topic of the presentation is about friendship, part 3 questions will be about friendship. If the topic of the mini presentation is about, say, historical places, so the questions in part 3 will be about history or historical places. Let's go on. The range of score, as it is in the rest of other modules, the score range for speaking section will be 0 to 9.0. 0 means you register for the test, you come on the test date, but you said nothing. So you just keep silent. So yeah, that will be 0, of course. And, oh, sorry, the lowest score will be 0. Well, if you only answer by yes, no, thank you, maybe, perhaps, well, perhaps you'll end up with 3.0 or so. And the highest is 9.0. Is it possible that we Indonesians earn 9.0 in speaking section? Yes, it is possible. Let's continue. Note, dialects or accents do not matter. So whatever dialects you have, I mean, you use British, American, Australian, South African, it's fine as long as the pronunciation is clear. But please don't use Singaporean dialect because most of the time it's quite unclear. So you don't have to speak, I mean, you don't have to own British dialect, American dialect, or Australian dialect. Just speak as an Indonesian who speaks English. Grammar is not the most important aspect. It is important, but it's not the most important aspect. And as I mentioned earlier, clear and pronunciation matter. Welcome to Rafa. I'll continue. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 parts in the speaking section. This morning, we're going to focus on part 1. To the more specific topic, could be about friendship, sports, education, etc. Again, be ready for the unexpected. This English, not only you have to understand English, you must also understand the tips and strategies to earn the score that you have targeted. Here are tips and strategies for speaking section part 1. Answer the question directly, do not go around the bush. So if the question is asking your opinion, just give your opinion, why you agree, why you disagree, and give one specific example. If you welcome, Andrea. Okay. Next, don't repeat the questions. The interviewer expects to score your vocabulary. If you only repeat the questions, you will get no score. At least you paraphrase or again go to the answer directly. If the question asks you, do you agree or disagree? Answer. You agree or disagree, and why? If the question asks you, say, where do you live? So just say where you live. But again, do not repeat the questions. Minimum pauses. Pauses says that or you don't say anything, but you just staring at the ceiling. That's pauses. Use connectors, sequential markers, connectors, and but so because sequential markers first second, then, after that, lastly. So your answers will not sound like points because you need to make it smoothly. You need to make your answer smooth and sounds natural. Welcome, Alfala. And then in grammar section, you need to provide variation of simple and complex sentences. What are simple and complex sentences? We'll learn later. And try to use idiomatic expressions, at least one or two idiomatic expressions. And try to paraphrase. What is paraphrasing? We'll learn later. Okay. Any questions so far? Is there any questions so far? I'll take that as no. Let's continue. We're going to go to the first section of speaking part one. Yes, there is the first section of speaking part one. The personal information questions. The sample questions are: what is your name? Where are you from? Where are you from? What do you do? How big is your family? And what is your hobby? Bad answers. I'm Benny. And then you just stop. Well, you pay 3.9 million rupiah only to say show answers. You just waste your money then. The goal of speaking section is for the interviewer to find out how good you are in English. If you only produce your answer, why are you paying for the test anyway? Where are you from? I'm from Lampung, and you just stop. It's not enough. What do you do? I study in the campus. You just stop. Well, again, it depends on what kind of interviewer you might get. Some interviewer will only read the questions from the module and listen to your answer. They don't hear whether your answers are short or long. While some other interviewers are quite helpful. If you give them short answers, they will ask further. So they will know how good they will know whether you or not you can speak English fluently. But then again, it depends on what kind of interviewer you might get. Next question. How big is your family? My family is very big. They are my father, my father's brother, my sister, and my mother. You just keep on talking until your great grandparents. It's not good. The next question, what is your hobby? And that answer is, I have many hobbies: reading about famous people, writing things, joining organizations, and then you mention as many as possible hobbies. Well, it does answer the question, but it's not a good answer. Okay. And then the interview will continue this to the specific topic questions. These are samples of questions. Again, these are samples of questions. Questions: what flowers do you like? Then that answer is, I like jasmine, roses, orchids, Rafflesia arnoldi, lotus, blah, blah, blah. You mention hundred of flowers, and then the interviewer will just stop you and continue to the next question. The next question, why do people give flowers to other people? People give flowers, it's a bad answer because you repeat the question. People give flowers to other people because they like flower. And it doesn't actually answer the question at all. Next question. What flower is popular in your country? Bad answer. I don't know what flowers are popular in my country. I don't like flowers. And then you stop. Well, of course. Well, of course, because you say, I don't like flowers, the interviewer will just stop there. Now, how to answer those questions then? Okay, this is the good answer. Good and recommended answer, but it's not the only kind of answer. Okay, what's your name? I'm Asep Sofian. My friends and family call me Asep. So your full name, your complete name, and then tell the interviewer how do people usually call you. You don't have to tell the history of your name anyway. Your complete name and short name are just enough. Okay, can you still hear me? Is my voice clear? Could you please sign me if my voice is clear?
It's clear enough, sir. Oh, yeah.
Okay, the others? It's clear for Miss Hesty. How about the others? All good? You can sign you. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Uh, how should I call you, Glenn? Is it Glenn or Patricia? Thank you anyway, Glenn. Okay, second question. Where are you from? Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Where are you from? Okay, connection problem. Excuse me. I'm staying in Ternate, North Maluku. It's about 1.5 hours by an airplane from here, Makassar. If you have the test in Makassar. So again, to answer the question of where are you from, it depends on where you're having the IELTS. Thank you, Alfala. If you stay in Ternate, North Maluku, and you have the test in Makassar, this is the simple answer. Where you're from, Ternate, North Maluku. How far is it? It's 1.5 hours by an airplane from here. Here means the test venue. If you happen to have it happens that ASEP is having the test in Makassar, and it takes about 1.5 hour by an airplane from Makassar to Ternate. Say you stay in say you stay in Lampung and you have the test in Jakarta. So your answer will be I'm staying in Lampung, Sumatra. It's about 30 minutes by an airplane from here or from Jakarta if you have the test in Jakarta. Next question. What do you do? Your occupation. If you are a student, this is the sample answer. I am a student. Oh, it's supposed to be I, sorry. I study in Hasanuddin University, majoring in economy. So, what do you do? Where do you work if you work? Or where do you study? And what's your major? That will be just enough. So, I am a student. I study, it's supposed to be excuse me. I study in Hasanuddin University, majoring in economy. If you want to go further, I am currently in sixth semester. That's it. You don't have to tell the story why you choose this major, why you think your campus is good for you. You don't have to talk about your campus friends. This is just enough. And usually, if we answer too long, the interviewer will cut our answer by going to the next question. Next question. How big is your family? There are four people in my family. There's my father and mother, a little sister, and I myself. Stop until there. It's enough. If you want to go a bit longer, so you can say something like this. There are four people in my family. There's my father, who is a sailor, and my mother, who is a complete housewife. Then I have a little sister who works as a finance manager in a local company, and there's I myself, an English instructor. You don't have to go too far by mentioning where does your father from, where does your mother from, how did they meet, and where were you born. No, it's too long. So if the question is about your family, talk about the small family, not the big family. Family here means the one that consists of the parents and the children. That's it. So again, it's not about the extended family. Extended family means the big family. So it's only about you, your father and mother, and your siblings. That's it. Next question. What is your hobby? Tell the interviewer what your hobby is, why you like it, and how often do you do it. Example answer, I like sports, especially football. I like it because I can do it anywhere I want and with anyone I know. Sport, especially football. I like football because what? So your hobby, the reason, that's it. Any questions so far? All clear? Thank you, Aziza. Thank you, Rafa. Thank you, Aliyah. Thank you, Glenn. Now, let's get on to the tips. The specific topic questions. Sample questions. What flowers do you like? Why do people give flowers to other people? What flower is popular in your country? What flowers do you like? Recommended answers. I love most flowers with good aroma, such as jasmines and roses. I like them because the aroma can give us good mood. So you like flowers with good aroma, and then you give example, jasmines and roses. And you give reason why you like jasmines and roses. Again, your answer, the reason, and if you still have the time, the example. Second question, why do people give flowers to other people? Recommended answers. Again, don't repeat the questions, just go to the answers directly. So don't say people give flowers to other people. No, don't say that. Just go directly to the answers. Usually to show that we love someone or that we respect that person. I guess sometimes a gift of an item cannot really express it. So your answer to show that we love someone or that we respect that person. And then you add something else. Sometimes a gift of an item cannot really express it. So your answer and the reason. The next question. What flower is popular in your country? I'm not sure. You actually don't like flowers. You actually don't like flowers, but it's okay to make a guess. I'm not sure, but I guess jasmine. So you can make a guess. Guessing will never go wrong because it's not about right or wrong. It's only what you know. If you only know about jasmine, it's okay then. Even if you only know about Rafflesia Arnoldi, why not? Okay, what flower is popular in your country? I'm not sure, but I guess. So if you have no idea about the topic, you can guess. But I guess jasmine because I see many houses with jasmine in their yards. That's it. So it is that simple. You don't have to think about scientific background. You don't need to read scientific journals. Questions are simple, so the answers are also simple. Clear so far? Any questions? Okay, let's continue. Okay, um, one of the strategies that I mentioned earlier was direct answer. So the direct answer should consist of your answer, the reason, and one specific example. Question: where do people usually spend their holiday? Most of the interviewee might answer this way. People like spending their free time in many places, just like malls, beaches, mountains, because they want to heal themselves from their stressful days. It's a good answer, though. It's a good answer, but let's revise it a bit. People in my city, Yahukimo, Papua, for example, it's a candidate from Papua, love visiting holidays. We like this place because it's not far from our homes and the place looks specific to your hometown, and it's okay. So you can make it specific. If it's not about people in general, you can make it specific about what you know. You know about the people in your hometown, so just mention. Combine simple and complex structures. Questions: are people in big cities less friendly than people in villages? Sample answers: people in villages are more friendly than people in the cities because people in the village know each other well. It's a good answer, but let's revise it by adding simple and complex structure. It is in general. It means yes, it is. This happens because those who stay in cities have to finish things quickly with less personal contact, while the slow life in village makes it easy to create strong personal bond. Simple sentence is a sentence that only consists of subject and predicate. That's it. Example: it is in general. That is simple sentence. Complex structures, you know that you're using complex structures when you're using connectors. Connectors just like who, when, where, why, which, and then when you use and, but, so, while, it means you're using complex structures. If you only use simple structures, it's not good. You need to show to the interviewer that You know how to use simple structure and also complex structures, and you know how to use them correctly. Next tips, use connectors, sequential markers. As I mentioned earlier, connectors are embed, so even though, sample question, do you think people today have got enough free time? Sample answer that we will fix. People today don't have enough free time because they are busy with their job, school, or family. Let's revise it by adding connectors and sequential markers. I don't think so. Next, the question, do you think people today have got enough free time? So you have to, first, you need to answer, do you think so or you don't think so? Do you agree or do you disagree? Then the answer, then the reason. I don't think so. Firstly, this happens because the modern people only focus on their career. To continue, the government does not manage the ideal working hours well. Oh, correction. After to continue, there should be comma. I need to add it after this. Connector is because. Sequential markers are firstly, then to continue. Sequential markers are used to show which one comes first, second, then after that until the last. So sequential markers are the words that show sequence of events. Connectors are words used to combine two sentences to show addition, for example, and, to show reason, for example, because, or to show consequence. It's so. The next step, use one or two idiomatic expressions. Sample questions. What was one of your happiest moment? Sample answer. Whoops. My happiest moment was when I got accepted in Stanford along with Maudi Ayunda, the famous movie star from my country. She has starred so many movies. My favorite is Rosman Bubroto because blah, blah, blah. The interviewer will cut you. And going to the next question. It's not good because it's not focused on the question. You end up explain about Maudi Ayunda except why, what was your happiest moment. Revise answer. That will be when I got accepted in Stanford. I was over the moon because it was not easy to enroll such a prestigious campus. I was over the moon is an idiomatic expression to show that you are happy. I was over the moon. You can also use I was in the seventh sky to express that you are very happy. So use one or two idiomatic expressions. Vary your vocabulary with synonyms. Home is my home sweet home because I live with my father, mother, little sister, and yeah, you don't answer the. Okay, the revision. Go directly to the answer. It's simple yet comfortable. It means your home. It's simple yet comfortable. My house, it does not have many rooms. You might paraphrasing. Yet the place where I live is the paraphrasing for home. Yet the place where I live is cozy because it is clean and has lots of fresh air. So this is to combine synonyms and paraphrasing. And that's all from me. Any question?
Gimana teman-teman, ada yang mau ditanyain ke Mister Eko?
If no questions, I'll give you questions.
Oke, Alfala nanti ada bakal recordingnya di-upload ke YouTube. Jadi nanti Alfala bisa ngelihat dari situ juga nggak apa-apa. Iya.
Oh, sorry, there's bug mode.
Oke, sir, are you still there?
My connection, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty bad in here.
To give up questions on screen. Hold on. This way.
Mr. Eko,
Yes.
jadi ada yang nanya, mungkin dia lebih concern ke grammarnya itu gimana ya, sir? Apakah itu
Mhm.
tadi kan dibilang kalau it's not the most important, tapi kan tetap harus kita perhatiin juga grammarnya itu gimana ya, sir ya? Bakal jadi masalah besar atau gimana untuk yang concern dengan
Hold on.
grammar? Oke.
Hold on. There's a thing though, if you think about the grammar only, you will end up cannot answer the questions here because you're too busy choosing whether I need to use simple present tense, past tense, and present perfect. The hint to, okay, hold on. Uh, excuse me, I have problem sharing my screen. Sorry. Okay. Okay, my screen is loading. So grammar, of course, the interviewer will pay attention to your grammar, but most of the time, the interviewer will focus whether you can answer the question directly or not. If you don't answer the question directly only because you're thinking about what sort of tense you need to use, and then what kind of time signal you need to use, that will be, of course, affect the scores. So it's much better to answer the question directly and try to use the most simple grammar elements that you can provide. You know what kind of, say, tense you will use by paying attention to the question. When the question is using simple present tense, it means you need to answer with simple present tense. When the questions are asking you about your plans, it means you can use future tense. When the questions were asking about your past memories, well, you use past tense. Grammar is important, but if grammar leads you to not being able to answer the questions, it's useless. Oh, so what do interviewer score? So IELTS speaking, scoring. First of all, the interviewer will check on your fluency and accuracy. And then the interviewer will check on your vocabulary. Do you repeat the questions or you use paraphrasing? Do you use synonyms? And then the interviewer will also check on your pronunciation. And grammar comes as the last. Grammar is important, but it's not most important criteria. The most important criteria will be fluency and accuracy. If you can provide answers with good grammar, but you actions, it's useless. I hope that answered the question, Miss Asti.
Yeah, I think it's clear enough, sir. Dan terus selanjutnya ada dari Alfala ke Alfala. Kesimpulannya menjawab pertanyaan tersebut dengan jawaban yang singkat dan biasa ya, sir, katanya gitu.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Alfala state so Alfala concluded that Aura, is it Aura?
Yeah.
So Alfala asked. So Alfala concluded that don't answer questions with simple and short answers. Yes, it's a test, so you need it's a language test, so you need to show how good your language is. If you only give away short answers, how can we, the interviewers, score you? Yes, Alfala. Don't only give simple and short answers. You need to give answers that answer the question with variation of vocabulary and variation of grammar. So on yes, no, maybe, perhaps, I don't know, they're not enough. Yes, it is, Miss Esti. So don't only give short answers. Further questions?
Yeah, it's clear.
Any further questions? Because if you don't have any questions, I will give you questions. And this time I'm going to call someone from the list of attendees.
Okay.
because I
Randomly ya,
want to
sir.
hear them speak.
Okay,
But you can see the questions on screen.
sure. Are you ready,
The
guys?
first question. First question. Oh, can you see my screen clearly? Is my screen
It's
clear?
still on the scoring criteria. It's not changed
Oh,
yet.
great, great. So I'm going to type the question there. What animal? What animals do people in your country keep as pets? Remember the tips, your answer, and the reason. At least you give this kind of answer that consists of your answer and the reason. I'm going to go to, okay, prepare yourself. Let's go to Aziza Nurul Amanah. Aziza, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aziza, remember, give your answer and the reason. Aziza, what animals do people in your country keep as pets?
In my country, the animals in my
Don't
country.
repeat the question, Aziza. Go directly to the animal. And why do people in Indonesia keep this animal? Let's try it again. Ready, Aziza?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Take your time. So name the animal. And why do Indonesians keep this animal? Remember, don't repeat the question.
Repeat the question. How,
Okay,
sir,
let's
if
try,
the
Aziza. Take
tip,
your time.
tip, gimana, sir? Apa namanya? Tips kalau biar kita itu nggak mengulang itu pertanyaannya, sir, gitu.
Oh, okay. So, what animal do you want to mention, Aziza?
Kitten, rabbit, dogs, like that.
Focus on one, Aziza.
Kitten.
Okay, so I give you example. So we can start, I think cats. I think cats. Why? Why do Indonesian keep cats, Aziza?
Funny, sir.
Cats are funny. Anything else? Do you think it is easy to take care of cats, Aziza?
Sorry, sir, you're not yet.
Oh, okay. Do you think it is easy to take care of cats?
If me difficult, sir.
Okay. Okay. So basically because cats are funny and you can if you want to mention the opposite, So this is the sample answer. I think cats because cats are funny, although sometimes it's not easy to take care of them. So that's the sample of answer. Let's try again, Aziza. Oh, Aziza, you can read the answers. Ready, Aziza? You can read the answers on screen.
Yes.
Aziza, what animals do people in your country keep as pets?
I think rabbits because rabbits are funny and also so
Yes. Easy to
funny.
easy to take care.
Yes, easy to take care. So if me, the rabbit not difficult forgive
Food.
food. Food.
Okay, so that's the example of question. So directly, you can start with I think,
I think
I guess,
I can
or in my opinion.
walk or in.
So you can start with that. So you will not repeat the question, then go to the answer.
Okay.
Thank you, Aziza.
Belajar.
Oh, thank you, Alfala. Alfala give answer. Many people love cats. Maybe the cats is one of pet in my country. Thank you. Thank you, Alfala, with the answer. I'm going to put Alfala answers on screen. Hold on. So remember, one of the way for you not to repeat the question is by starting with, in my opinion, I guess, or I think. So I'm going to revise our answer here. I guess many people love cat. Okay. Many people. Okay, hold on. I'll just combine these answer. Cats. Hold on. I guess many people love cat. Maybe the cat is one of my of pet in my country because cats are the most widely kept animals in my country. You need to add why cats are the most widely kept animals in my country by adding this one, Alfala. Oh, hold on. You can add because they are easy to take care, perhaps. Thank you, Alfala. Next question, still about animal. What do you think about keeping wild animals such as lions and alligators as pets? What do you think about keeping wild animals such as lions and alligator as pets? The question starts with what do you think? So do you agree or do you disagree? If you agree, why? If you disagree, why? This time I will go to, let's see, Glenn Patricia Sijabat, can you hear me? Glenn Patricia Sijabat, can you hear me?
Halo Kak Glenn.
Glenn is unresponsive. Okay, how about Alfalah? Can you hear me, Alfalah?
Yes, sir.
Alfalah, what's your answer? What do you think about keeping wild animals such as lions and alligators as pets?
Hmm. Uh, the little lion is very cute. He is like a cat. But when he grows up, I don't know whether he can be dangerous or not. Compared to other wild animals, lions or tigers are better.
So, do you agree or disagree then?
Um, just so, sir.
Okay, so let's see. If you can't decide to agree or disagree, you can use this one. It
If
depends.
I like
You can use it depends. You can say it depends. If the animals are still small, that will be fine. But if the animals are growing, sorry, bigger, that will be dangerous and it's not good to keep them. So if you can't decide, if you have two opinions, you can use it depends. But most of the time, you have to be either 100% agree or 100% disagree. You can't say depends all the time. Thank you. Thank you, Alfala.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
With pleasure. And Miss Hesti, I guess that's all I can deliver today.
Ya, oke. Thank you very much, Mr. Eko dan teman-teman dari Mari Belajar. Kita ketemu lagi di minggu depan di sesi 5. Oke, selamat pagi semuanya. Have a good day. Have a good
Thank you,
weekend.
Miss.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
You're
everybody.
welcome.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Nah,
With pleasure.
Kak Aziza.
Goodbye.